Hello.
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 It's a nice,
Hello.
nice little special edition podcast this week.
Yes, this is the Switch to Ain't Dead direct reaction holiday special. I don't know what the hell else to call it. You may ask yourself, what holiday is he talking about? It's my birthday tomorrow. Yay. That's right.
Oh, happy
We're having a
birthday,
birthday.
Will.
Happy birthday, man.
Yes. That's why we're not coming on this weekend. But we're going to get this shit out of the way tonight, right now. And for my birthday, I ask that you guys all donate to Mr. Rightway on his Venmo. So just go ahead and give him a couple dollars on my behalf because I tried to give him money the other night on his live stream, but it seems I'm blocked. Like he won't take my money. It's not funny, Sean.
Oh, what a shame.
I wanted to give the guy a couple bucks, but he wouldn't let me. So we'll just
I would
just put.
I wouldn't give that guy the gum on the bottom of my shoe, man.
Just donate a nickel and say this is from Will for Will's birthday, just to piss him off. But anyway, I'm Will.
Fucking dick.
Oh, what was that?
My phone went off. I had a short go off on accident. I was trying to pull up the chat on my phone.
I'm Will.
Reggie's jamming
over there. That's Reggie. And below me is Sean. James is going to show up presently. We're looking forward to seeing him. And this is the what is this? The Switch 2 Ain't Dead direct reaction.
Right.
We plan on running the Switch 2 direct off to the side while we discuss it. Sean, fortunately, I'm not going to say it. I'll let you tell him, Sean. But I am going to be the hater. Reggie's going to be the reasonable one.
What?
and then Sean's going to be the which side are you taking, Sean? Are you for or against this thing?
I'm not very happy with it. Let's just put it that way, right there.
Because last we spoke, you were a day one. You were a day one buyer. I believe it was when we had. I can't remember. You're day one. You're on board, but after seeing the.
I'm 100% Nintendo fanboy. You know what I mean? And we'll probably get into it more, but the direct today, it really took the wind out of my sails, I guess. I don't know. I just I wasn't very impressed on what I saw. Very cool that they have voice chat finally, thank God. It started like exciting. But after all in all we're done, I literally only saw 3 titles that were worth buying the system for. And a lot of filler, a lot of third-party games that are already out on the PS5, a lot of remakes that are pointless. I don't need to buy Zelda again. I don't need to buy Kirby again. I don't see the reason of me running out and getting it day one.
Yeah.
Is Bloodborne 2 going to be a day one title?
I probably will get it day one, but I'm not very excited about the situation.
I don't think it's day one, Bloodborne.
No, yeah, I have a friend.
I think it's just
I have a friend in a different chat, and he just keeps yelling at me. So. It's not Bloodborne 2, damn it! It's not. It's some PvP. Is it a PvP type game? I don't know. I didn't latch on. I didn't quite grasp it. But this isn't a regular program. You're not going to see.
That is one of the games to be excited for because as of now it says only available on Nintendo.
When I saw it, the first thing that entered my mind is I can't wait to play this on a real console. But unfortunately, it's an exclusive for now. But here I thought the days of exclusives were gone, especially from a third-party developer.
I mean, they don't really.
Well, typically.
I don't think they're really helpful now, like they think they are. Like exclusives hurt the companies, in my opinion. Like you got to get that game on every system, and like it can be on. But I understand like a limited time or whatever like that, like maybe a couple of months, but like forever, like no way.
I could see this game being probably on the Switch for about a year and then kicking off to everything else. I mean, they were all excited about Hades 2 coming on the Switch too. It's like I've already owned it. It's already been like on the PS5 for over a year. So what the hell? Why am I excited about that?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. With this, watching the whole launch, I mean, the video about everything in the launch games, it was underwhelming. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all about the games. I understand the features for the system and everything like that, excited for, but that's a given, like I expect that. What I want to see is the games, why I should buy one. And they didn't give me that reason. We knew Mario Kart was coming out, a new Mario Kart game. They're not calling it 9, thankfully. It's its own thing, Mario Kart World or something like that, so more players can play. That's great. But you need, for a launch of a system, you need 5 games, must-have games for that system in different genres. I feel like Capcom didn't take advantage of it. They should have had some kind of Resident Evil game ready to go. They just say, hey, let's put Street Fighter out again, whatever. Square Enix disappointed me. Bravely Default again, like first on the 3DS, the regular Switch, now on the Switch 2. Like, are you serious? Like, I mean, talk about a cash grab. You know what I mean? Like, I expected some new games or something like that, but they just disappointed me. Now, Nintendo, I mean, they're known for like putting out fun games. So Mario Kart, the Donkey Kong game, those are great, but it just needed a little bit more to really like justify one on day one. If that makes any sense. Right. We got a celebrity in the house. Yeah. Oh my God, James!
What up? What up? Appreciate you guys waiting for me. I appreciate it.
No, there we go. Project Retro Games would like you to convince him to buy his Switch 2. So there you go. We were waiting. We were just bullshitting. We've only been on a couple minutes. I can't even see. There we are.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. We haven't really gotten into it too much.
We can you hear us, James? Is everything?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool. Yeah. Like I was saying earlier, this isn't going to be.
And I have. Yeah, and I have horrible lag. I could. So I just keep talking over everybody.
But there's not going to be any package times tonight. There's not going to be any rarity reports. There's not going to be any video game shit posting. Well, maybe just a little video game shit posting because the memes have been flowing for the announcement of this thing. So yes, there we go. The Dust Bloods, the Bloodborne. Oh my God! This is
what
Yes, gonna go ahead and get these out of the way. What else we got? Sony executives to the one guy who told them to sit on the Bloodborne IP and do nothing with it because FromSoft wouldn't dare to make Bloodborne 2 Switch exclusive. No, there he is. What's this one? Yeah, Bloodborne. On the Wii U. Isn't this Wii? Isn't the Switch 2 basically the Wii U 3? I mean, technically.
In a way, yeah.
Well, that's one way to look at it. Mom, can we get Bloodborne 2? Yeah, we have Bloodborne 2 at home. The Dusk Bloods.
Well, the other thing that they were showing were like you saw, for instance, you mentioned Street Fighter 6, right? I mean, is it even Street Fighter 6 or is it a different version of Street Fighter 6? Wasn't it? I saw something like cards or something. And
yeah, they added.
Oh, I'm sorry. And then I saw like they're putting the Hitman out, but it's like the golden edition or something. So there's Switch specific editions. So what does that mean? They're taking out of the game because what's going on?
Yeah, they added those versions have extra features. I know Street Fighter does. I don't really know if there's anything I really care about. But what's cool about the Switch 2 version of Street Fighter 6 is I believe it comes with all up to date season passes as of right now. So you'll have those characters that are on the season pass on the cart, I'm assuming. So that's kind of cool, but it's weird because they're still doing season pass, so it's going to be ongoing. So there'll be downloadable characters in the future.
Yeah, well, what they're not going to tell you though is the day that they release that, there'll also be an Xbox and PS5 Ultimate Edition released, probably. That'll also have all that too.
Yeah, it's quite possible, man. Like when it comes to fighting games, folks like the fighting game community is they'll buy anything, it seems.
Hey now. I'm the fighting game community.
But James, you watched the Switch trailer and everything. Like, what are your thoughts on everything with it?
I mean, I thought we were going to go through it. I mean, that's what.
Yeah,
I think we should go through it. I mean,
yeah.
Okay. Let's get the show rolling. Yeah, we were just bullshitting, kind of just waiting around for you. So, giving first impressions. See, James James is the tech guy. That's what we couldn't do anything until he got here.
Oh, no, that's me. I do got one more meme. There's Nintendo, there's FromSoft, and there's Sony. And,
Jeez.
I believe that is Michael Pappas's contribution to the show this week.
Right on.
Oh, he said he was recording something. He didn't send something to you?
No, he never did. He's like, how much time do I got? And then he never sent anything. Where's well,
Let me know if this works. If this show's weird, if it's weird or not. Is that weird?
No, it's fine.
No, it's good.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's pop the cork on this sucker.
Let me mess with the audio. Can you see the rating screen right there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we probably don't need to have the audio. We'll probably get copyright strike like crazy.
No, doesn't Nintendo invite you to fucking share
No,
that?
they invite you to now. Yeah, they didn't like a few years ago, but now they're inviting.
Right.
Right.
Only to the
Let me
big
know if it's too loud.
Sean doesn't trust him. He's like, I don't know.
Yeah, you might want to turn it up. I got no sound from it.
You get no sound? Okay, hold up. Can you hear it?
Nope.
Hold on. I can hear it on my end, but y'all probably can't hear it. So hold on.
No, we can't.
Whoa, dude.
Wasn't that
Into the void, dude. I love that.
Was that the Nintendo alarm they were showing? What was it?
Hold on.
Yeah, this is every time one of these directs comes out or a freaking Sony PlayStation showcase or something comes out, we're always like, we should get on and do a presentation, talk about that. And no, this is actually the first one we've actually been able to get together and come together on. And
well, while James is doing that, Jedi Run just threw a super chat. We got a couple super chats up there.
JLS Gaming, what up, Reggie? He misses you.
What's up, man? Buddy Will.
Breaking news. You need to sell a kidney and gallbladder to be able to afford to buy a Nintendo digital game. $80. Get the fuck out of here.
Seriously.
Pretty much.
Hold on.
I'm telling you, that Rockstar cut a deal with Nintendo to creep up the price of the game. So when GTA 6 drops and it's $100, it's going to be like, so these $80 games, they're just the lube for the Rockstar. How was it, Sean? The Rockstar fisting. There we go. Yeah, that's it. That's what Rockstar is going to do to us. $80 games is the lube.
Well, there's plenty of. I mean, I buy plenty of $80 games these days, but I guess because it's on a little cartridge,
but you don't want to do $80 every time, though. That's
no. If that's going to be the standard first-party Nintendo price, that's completely ridiculous. Especially if it's like me having to buy both Zeldas again. Not happening.
Yeah, I feel like it's a way for them to kind of like say, like, wait, well, if you guys don't pay $80, then you must not want physical. So it's like a way for them to kind of phase out physical games.
Oh, I think James found something on that.
No, okay.
Where the digitals are actually going to be cheaper,
which is how it should have been, like from the I would say the 7th generation era. It should have always been like that. Now it's going to happen. Wow.
Well, which in turn will also force the hand to go completely digital, unfortunately, because most people, there you go, digital £66,
$66.99 digital and $74.99 physical for Mario Kart World. Donkey Kong Bonanza digital is $58.99 and the physical is $66.99. It should have been like this from the start, honestly.
Yes, exactly, 100%. And these games, if people pay those prices for the physical games, they got to be top of the line. Like they got to be like must-have games if people are going to pay those type of prices.
Well, that's Nintendo first party,
I'm actually surprised that the Donkey Kong game, which is a new game, is cheaper than like all the other games that that they put up.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna try to log in real quick here and.
What do you have to export the audio or something?
No, what's doing here?
What else we got in the chat? Anything else cool? What up, Twisted Chris? I saw you're getting stickers made. Congrats on
$80
that.
is cheap. Yeah, this is the guy. He'll spend a couple $100 on cardboard cutouts. So $8 is cheap.
Do we know how powerful the Switch 2 is? Is it as powerful as the PS4?
They didn't really get into specs. I mean, it will have it was an HDR or whatever.
I mean, it's 4K, so yeah.
We do have footage of the Switch running a PS3 game.
Oh, stop it!
Here it is.
I think it's supposed to be around PS4 specs. I mean, they didn't really get into the hardware. I really wish they would have said if they had Hall effect sticks and the joysticks rather than talking about the mouse for fucking 45 minutes.
Yeah.
That's just going to be a gimmick that dies within the first month. So
yeah. I mean, I feel like using that will mess up your furniture or like the controller somehow. So I wouldn't want to use it like that.
Oh, dude, I'm sitting there picturing in 10 years like all these people's Joy-Cons are just gonna be all scratched up and fucking destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's like, what the heck kind of feature is that? But we'll see.
Let's see. Is it true that the Switch 2 physical games will all have a game key, like DRM? Just downloaded the digital version of the game.
As of right now, it looks like some of them, not all of them.
Some of them, not all of them, yeah.
There's two titles that I saw today. They have a banner on the bottom, basically the same as like the Switch had with when it was a code in the box. But rather than a code in the box, you're gonna get the cartridge in the box.
Here it is. This is I don't know who posts this on Twitter. We just take pictures and send them to each other, and this is all the shit that went through the chat this morning. Oh no, Nintendo Switch 2 game key cards are different from regular game cards because they don't contain the full game data. So they will be identified as game key cards. Would you rather have a game key card or would you rather have a code in a box? I mean, at least with the game key card, you're getting something physical. But
yeah,
is it like a condom? You use it once and then you throw it out? Well, except for you cheap fuckers.
The game key cards are mainly going to be used for upgrades, though, right? For certain games, is that how it's going to be done?
No.
To me, no. I think it's like for like any big file. So it's weird because they said like Cyberpunk was going to be on a 64 gig card. So Cyberpunk 77 or 2077 was going to be on a 64 gig card. So I don't know if that what's going to require a game key, but like large games, it's just going to be a key. It's almost like a damn Call of Duty disc. It's just going to be a key for you to download, which is crazy to me.
Or any Xbox game.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm like, is PlayStation really the only studio that's putting their games actually on a disc? Because you think Xbox Avowed was a game that recently came out, and it was a steelbook with a digital code.
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on, Nintendo? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy and scary, but
it's all a ruse so that they can sit there and still say that they make physical media, but it's really not physical because when those servers go down, you're done.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I got a couple other more visuals here so you can see what's what. Nintendo 2 comes with the following: you get the console, you get 2 Joy-Con controllers, you get a grip. Look at that. You get 2 Joy-Con strap-ons. Nintendo. What? Oh, straps. Sorry. You get a Nintendo Switch 2 dock. Okay. You get ultra high speed HDMI cable, USB-C charging cable, and an adapter. It looks like it cuts off at the bottom. From what I know so far, it's $450 or $449 for the for just the console, and $450 for the bundle, which comes with which game does it come with? Is it Mario Kart?
Yeah, Mario Kart.
Digital copy.
Yeah.
And,
so you guys can't hear this though, right?
Well,
try it out.
No.
See, I can hear it, but y'all can't. Hear it.
Not yet.
Nope.
Anything?
No.
I'm over here trying to click on the damn screen like an asshole.
It'd have to be.
Let me see if I hold on. Let me try something real quick.
It's gotta be an audio input situation where it's gotta be exported.
I don't know what you're saying. I don't think you do.
No, I'm just making shit up.
How do you guys feel about Mario Kart games of the past? I mean, is it something you usually play?
Oh yeah,
It's
I'm-
something I play at Christmas time when all the kids are home.
Yeah. It's not a regular game for me to play. Like I'll play something a little bit cooler, like Sonic All Stars Racing. Like that's a racing game I could play on the regular. But
Right.
Mario Kart is just it's great, but it's just like, gosh,
like
cool.
I don't mind a Mario Kart. Like I mean, and obviously they're banking on Mario Kart 8 because it's hell the game was sold like crazy.
Yeah.
And this concept seems cool. Like they're talking about it's Mario Kart World, and they're talking about like it's a nonstop. So you're racing across the country. So you go from level to level, just
Right.
continuously, and then depending on how it kind of like drops you out, depending on the next person that finishes it.
Oh, so it's kind of like that dropout mode from I think Outrun or this other game.
Yeah. So
Horizon Chase
it's
Turbo.
cool, but like this game, like when they announced, I mean, especially when they announced the price, it said like $90. Originally, there people were saying like $90 for a physical, 80 for the digital.
Yes. Oh my
Now
God.
I'm seeing 80 for the physical and maybe 80 for the digital too. It's just I don't know. Like I feel like that's a lot of money for a Mario Kart game. But they know people are going to buy it. Like it's a system sell. That's obviously why they're packaging. And like the smarter thing to do to me would be bundling this with, or buying the bundle, because then you're getting the game for $50 versus buying individually.
Is this one of the ones that have the banner on the bottom? I know there were only 2 games I saw. I think I sent.
I don't think I've seen this one with the banner on it. I don't think I did.
Oh, okay, all right.
But they didn't show. I don't think they showed the picture that I seen. I don't think they showed the box art for this one.
I have a picture of the box art. Street Fighter has the banner, and Bravely Default and those 2 have the banners. Bravely Default and Street Fighter.
Okay.
I don't know why my subtitles is in like French or something.
Man, you're all
for all our French viewers and shit.
We can just roll it like this and talk over this shit. It's fine.
Yeah, man. If I can put it, what the hell? If we can, there we go. Now we got English subtitles. English subtitles.
We can
Japanese
talk about
guys.
this shit.
Dive virtually anywhere.
I was telling Reggie at the top of the show. It's a lot of this you're going to see.
Yeah.
So this game is a must, obviously. I mean, you can't.
Cool.
Can't have a launch without it.
It does look cool. It does.
When I first got my Switch, I mean, I played this game a lot. So, but I probably haven't gone back to it in like 5 years. But it gets the job done, and I think it would be much more fun now that they said that they're going to have a actual voice chat.
Yeah. So like the Claytons thing, that's kind of my question too, and I think I've seen a lot of people ask that. Like, is that card tied to your account once you get it activated? Like, is that key card tied? I don't know if I'm basing it on like
that's a good question.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, is it a one-time use?
You know what I mean? Like those are just the keys. So like I can just download it after I put the disc in. So if it's like that, I would say no, but you never know.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys think the when you download stuff is tied to your account when you use those keys?
No,
I don't know if anybody knows. Like I don't think they've said. There's like a Q&A, but I don't think anybody's said about if that's the case. If they were smart, I mean, that's like you think about it. Like it's funny because remember when the Xbox was kind of did this back when the Xbox One came out, and people were like, people were like DRM and like hated on it, and nobody wanted anything to do with it until they kind of reversed it, and then it's like. Not necessarily Nintendo's doing the same thing, but it's almost similar.
Well,
you got a camera.
it might not be locked on your account because didn't something get brought up when they came out with that MIG switch thing, where they were saying like, certain ROMs or something that you get like they can't all be tied to one console because if they are, it's going to block everybody or something.
Yeah, some kind of key they would read. If it didn't match up, they would know you're using one of those mix switches or whatever they're called, and they would block your account.
So, yeah, I don't know how they'll do it. That's above my pay grade.
I wonder how crazy the chat's going to be, man, because Nintendo's pretty strict on chat. Like, I've seen people get banned, like with certain stuff on that. So I wonder how it's going to work.
Well, they made sure to show the parental controls.
Because you're going to hear all kind of people talking crap on the Mario Kart, the racing.
Oh yes,
it's funny because it's like when I was watching this, I was like, okay, Mario Kart, cool, and then like this chat, I'm like, I mean, PS3 had chat. I mean, Xbox 360 had chat. Like, what's the like?
Yeah, like that's something like something special.
Camera, it's like, we going backwards? Nintendo, what's the deal?
Yeah, they're just catching up.
I'm really hoping that, like, when you're doing the game chat, you're not forced to have those 4 fucking screens on the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, they look terrible. Like from what I saw, like the lag. I'm like,
Yeah.
So you got game chat. And what other PS3 innovations did they introduce? Game share. That's a new one.
The camera.
How long? When did the Switch 1 come out? 2016.
17.
17.
Yeah.
So it's been 8 years this year.
Yeah, just about 8 years. I think one of the features I like. I don't know if I'm going to use it, but I like that you're able to add a camera feature now, like that. What we just showed, like with the 4 people. I think that's kind of cool. But are you necessarily going to really want to be on camera while you're playing games online? It's just, I don't know. There's like that creep factor with people. You know, it's like, I don't know.
Let me see you. Let me see you race.
Oh,
like,
let me see your face expressions.
They're assuming you have.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing any of those chicks on camera when I'm playing with them, but that's.
But yeah, with friends though, so I can imagine using the camera. Like if they have like a Monster Hunter game on here, I could imagine me and my buddy Joel playing that online, and we have our cameras on or whatever like that with our friends. So it worked for that. But like going into like the Wild West of online game playing, like nah, man, keep your camera off.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude, Nintendo's going to learn some hard lessons about creeps online.
I don't think the camera function is going to be a big seller. I'll tell you.
No.
No, and the camera looked terrible. Like the quality is like 6 megapixel camera and shit. Like it looked garbage.
You know what I'm surprised about is that they don't have a Call of Duty game ready to go with the system for launch. I'm really surprised with that. Like some unique one, exclusive to the Switch 2.
Yeah.
Especially after the lawsuits and all that stuff, where they were like, "Oh, it's got to come on every console because that's what we said."
No, that's right.
General Ron, if those game keys are tied to the Switch 2 and is activated on and can be used on another system, then there's no reason to buy physical. Well, there you go. Unfortunately, this is the future we're racing towards.
Phasing out physical without
not confirmed, but I'm sure it's. I don't know. They got. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be tied to the console. Maybe. Well, no. You know what it is. You probably have to put that cartridge in every time to access the game, just like a PlayStation game. I mean,
No, there's the camera.
So if you don't have the cartridge in the game, you don't have the game. So I assume you can sell the game. That's how it's going to work.
These people are totally not even playing the game. They're just like
look at the quality on that. Like it looks terrible.
Some people in a green screen room just like chilling. Yeah. Oh, hey, let me act like I'm playing something.
They look like they've been like the camera's like a potato. It's crazy.
Yeah, potato camera, exactly.
Ashley is predicting the thing will flop. So
the Nintendo Switch 2 will flop. I think it's impossible for it to flop because it's attached to the Nintendo Switch 1. So, it having backwards compatibility, already makes it a winner.
Dude, like you said earlier, with this launch lineup, I think Nintendo's going to do what they've historically done. They do really well, and then they get full of themselves, and then they fail real bad. They're banking on the history of the Switch too much, especially by releasing 2 Zelda games. Well, I don't think they'll be happy with it. I think it'll sell well. I don't think they're going to be happy with the sales.
Okay, so here's the thing. So with when was the last system that you guys thought had a good launch lineup that made you want to get that system? Like, can you name the last system that made you actually want to go out and get a system day one?
Any system that releases, everyone hates it. Everyone hates it. They hate everything they hear. There's nothing. Oh my god! But they still come out. And they still get. Sold.
Not true. Will the Dreamcast had one of the best lineups ever when it was launched back in 99.99? Like I remember the celebrations. It was in the news. I mean, I remember how happy I was when that system came out. So that had a great launch lineup. Soul Calibur, Sonic Adventure. It made people want to go out and get that system. So it was like legendary. If you look at the footage of people going out and buy one.
I was still mad. I was still mad. I bought a 32X, so I gave Sega up after that. So
I've never bought a console day one. Never.
Right.
I learned the lesson. You want to wait until they get the bugs worked out. You know what I mean? Because when that first drops, something's gonna fuck up, something's gonna break, something's not gonna work. Let them figure it out first. Give me a year, because we all have plenty of video games to play in the meantime.
I love the PS5 launch because I had a great launch lineup of like every PS4 game, so it was cool. So.
Yeah.
A lot of people talk about the PS2 launch, but most people were buying that just for the DVD player, not the games that came out for it. So
I'm not gonna lie. I think my in recent history ish, I would say probably the PS3 and Wii like that. I don't know. I think it was just maybe it could have been FOMO. It could have been like the hype of like the shit wasn't available. So like when the store had it, I wanted to get it, and I saw it in stock right there, and I had to get it. But like release lineup, I mean, and especially the Wii, it was totally different coming off of the GameCube. So it was totally different with the move shit. I think that was something new, and then obviously with PS3. It brought in Blu-ray, we're coming off a DVD, so we're going to Blu-ray. The games weren't the best. I'm trying to think of the launch games, but like Lair and stuff like that. But I think it was just that time period. I think compared to now.
Yeah, what's unique about the Wii launch was that they introduced motion controls, so that's the kind of stuff that stands out. I think a lot of these guys are running out of ideas. I mean, look at the Switch 2, so. PS4, PS5, I guess. I don't know. Nothing's really unique besides the power in the system. Yeah. And, like I said, it comes down to the games really. So Switch 2 launch, it's not gonna be as great as the Switch 1 launch, because they kind of like overhyped it in a way, or underhyped it because it took so long for it to come out. People wanted this a couple years ago.
Yeah, It's the Switch Pro. That's what it is. That's what it reminds me.
Yeah, of. What people named it, the Switch Pro. That's basically what this is. But like I said, what it has going for it, backwards compatibility is very important. So
that's another thing. There's a big list of games that backwards compatibility games that are having major issues playing on the Switch too. I saw a video that Mad Little Pixel put out today. He had a whole list of fucking games. It was like hundreds of games that like aren't working properly.
Luckily, a day one patch could knock that out, right? Hopefully they just don't charge us for the patch or whatever like that. But
right.
That's
or just wait until next year. And again, let them. Okay, Jennifer nailed it. You don't want to be the console guinea pig, and unfortunately,
you don't want to be beta tester. Yeah, exactly. You want to wait till the kinks are out, and then then you decide to purchase it then, because you win in waiting, honestly, for this system. It's good to see it come out now and everything. You can see the games, but you got to wait for the real games that are going to pull you in to come out, and that's going to make you want the system and try it out. And by the time those games are done, you'll be ready to purchase.
The price will never go down on it. It'll be that price forever. But
no Black Friday sale just yet. So don't expect that this year, folks. But it would be nice,
because I remember getting the Switch day one. I remember standing at GameStop and like the launch lineup. It was like what, Bomberman? I can't think. Maybe Zelda.
But
the launch lineup and it took forever for something to come out. Like
right.
So Reggie, you make a good point as far as waiting. Waiting for stuff to come out, because then you're just sitting on. I think 1-2 Switch. ARMS maybe was a kind of a release date.
Yeah.
game, but you're waiting.
Yeah.
Then you're bored of these games. You're waiting for some shit to come out. Like, okay.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of developers should have had something ready to go, man. Like Capcom, I always look to them for a Resident Evil title. They've been talking about a Resident Evil title coming to the GameCube exclusively for a limited time. I thought it was going to be Resident Evil Revelations. I thought we would have saw something with that. Not a peep. We got Street Fighter 6 again, which is almost 2 years old now. I just want to see something fresh, man. That's what it comes down to it. And I'm pretty sure all the people watching, man, could agree that when it comes to the new system coming out, we expect it to be more powerful and have gimmicks or whatever, like unique gimmicks. But when it comes down to it, it's all about the games. And if they don't have the right games, they're just rehashing older shit that could be played better now. It's just not that appealing. Like the whole Zelda thing I was upset about, like Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild. Oh, great. Now you can play in 120 frames per second now, which is okay. I mean, why didn't you just make a new one for us? That would have been more exciting than to play something that's already came out. You know, so yeah.
Speaking of day one, I think Sean, you said there was going to be a midnight launch at Best Buy. They're doing
they're going to have I'm sure GameStop and stuff will also do it.
I like that though. I like that coming back though. It kind of feels nostalgic in a way.
Right.
Yeah. It does, man, but now it's like it feels like it's dangerous now from how it was back in the day. You know, like nobody wants to be out there late at night, standing in line, you know, $500 item or whatever like that. Oh, he just got to switch his, watch him walk to his car or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you gotta go strapped or something.
You got all
because James, I can't forget that video on your last podcast where the guy drove through the game store. And he's like, oh man, it's like it's Score City for him, right? But it's like, dude, there's some crazy people out there for video games.
So there was one thing that we missed, like while we were talking that I wanted to bring up. Well, there you go. The fucking they did not mention anything about the about the thumbsticks, if they're a Hall effect or not.
Yeah,
and if they didn't mention that, I'm concerned.
All right.
All they said they were bigger. Now, if they put Hall effect in there, they would have said bigger Hall effect sticks. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
they want to keep people wondering.
Right.
I would say even that, man, they didn't even mention the price. People were like, okay, cool. It ended, and they're like, well, what's the price? Like, why is the price the big secret? People wanting to know what this costs. Like, why hold that back? Why are you putting that in the press release? Why are you putting that on the website? Like,
they're gathering information of what people were talking about, like what the price should be, and then maybe they're going off of that information because they're doing it smart, man. They know what they're doing by not like announcing everything in one video. Like they look at what's going on in the forums, how people are talking, and say, hey, we can only charge this much for this system. So I think that's what's kind of
after 10 minutes after it, there were like 6 different prices announced, Will and James kept sharing them in the chat. And I'm like, dude, I'm not believing anything until it's on Nintendo's fucking website, Right. And then Best Buy sent me an email giving the prices. I was like, all right, well, that's a little bit more legit than some random fucking Redditor or, X user or something like that.
Right.
So what do you think about this mouse function?
That's cool.
It's nothing I care about, honestly. Like I said, like I feel like you could damage your controller with it, or mess up some furniture if you're pushing too hard or whatever.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot of scratched up coffee tables and then forget about buying used Joy-Cons because those things are gonna be scratched to hell.
Well, what if I'm playing what if I'm in a chair? How am I got to use the arm, the armrest?
Exactly.
You should work on your pant leg, don't you think?
Yeah, maybe. I guess
maybe.
You might be right.
Yeah, just put it on your lap and just rub it around. Just make sure your pant leg is flat.
Maybe it'll come with that hard plastic Mario Paint mouse pad.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna sell the hell out of some Mario mouse pads.
Look at that red cart, man. Like
Yeah, I hear it's supposed to taste like honey. Unfortunately, it's in the Switch 2.
Reminds me of a PS2.
Tastes like Takis.
So if I remember, there's 2 different slots for the regular Switch and one for the Switch 2, or is it just one slot that you plug them into?
What's that?
The games, the SD cards. Just one. Okay, so it's not 2 slots. Okay.
They're the same size.
Exact same size. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It only works with the micro SD Express.
Yes. It's for faster downloading speeds.
You guys think it should have been bigger than the regular Switch from the size we're seeing now? little bit more bigger.
You know what? They're
I think
saying
so.
that it's bigger than the regular Switch, but they're not saying what it compares to with the OLED Switch, which is bigger than the regular Switch.
Right.
So it's probably what, the same size as the OLED Switch, right?
It might be. Do you guys all have OLED switches? I'm still going off the first model.
Oh, I got an
Yeah,
OLED.
I got a first model because it's modded, but then I have my OLED Switch as well.
Gotcha.
Don't say that, James. The Nintendo ninjas will break into your home.
So now there's no reason to get an OLED for me now. I could just get the Switch 2 if I decide to get one.
Why? The Switch 2 doesn't have an OLED?
Oh, that's right. So maybe I should wait even longer.
You're gonna have to wait for you're gonna have to wait for the Switch 2 OLED.
Switch 2 OLED, yeah. Switch 2.0.
Mario edition.
Yeah, so there's the launch date
June
available
5th.
June 5th, 2025.
So with what I said earlier about like the games and everything like that, playing your older games on it, would that be worth getting it day one for you guys? You add your games on, see if you can play them in better quality. Is that worth it?
I have a feeling I'm just going to keep this as a separate console almost. I mean, if they don't fix like the list I saw today on that one video, like I'm definitely keeping my regular Switch as as a main Switch. So because there was a large list, and it was a lot of the way he put it was like emulated type games, like the games like the Jurassic Park collection not working. A lot of these collections that we have of retro games not working. So very strange. So
yeah.
We'll see.
They didn't.
Oh,
didn't
Jedi.
run. Yeah, they didn't fix the Joy-Con stick drift because they want you to buy 20 more after they
Yep.
keep breaking on everyone more money for Hori. Do they?
Yeah.
Yep.
Does Hori make their sticks or their Joy-Cons? Is that who this is doing it for?
Well, they're the official part. They've always been in partnership. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure they all come out of the same factory.
Yeah, just give us OLED from the start.
They should.
They said it limited, depending on the game. It may or may not be in 4K. So we got that look forward to. So yeah.
They have to cover their bases. You know what I mean? So
Right.
Another
didn't
thing
we see this already?
No, this is they're trying to incorporate the camera with the Mario Party
We
Jam.
Give you a reason to be on camera.
We could fast.
These people
forward
look silly. I would not do it.
Yeah,
man.
You're gonna get into a game and there's gonna be a.
Oh, here we go, Zelda. Now we're getting into games.
Yeah, wow, dude. I know I'm the voice of reason, man, but it's hard to reason with the way this launches, man. I really can't. I don't know how I would, if I was promoting this, I don't know how I would be able to sell to people like, oh my God, you gotta get Switch to day one.
Yeah.
So Project Retro Games, if you're watching, man, I can't convince you to get one. unless you want to play older Switch 1 games on it.
Right.
I don't know, man.
All right. So, guys, we've been talking a lot of smack. Is there anything positive about this thing that you guys did got you maybe a little bit excited? Maybe you're like, yeah, that's good. It's cool.
I would say for me, anyways, positive wise. I mean, so just if I'm going off of this stream right now, how far we've gone, I like Mario Kart. I like Mario Kart World.
That's it for me so far.
It does look cool.
I might have missed it when you guys first got on, but I didn't know if did you guys say this if you would get it day one, or did you guys talk about that?
Okay, go for it.
I did. Yeah, we brought it up. Like I said when we had, I can't remember who the guest was. No, it's not a day one purchase for me. This will be a Christmas purchase. If one of my kids want it, this is something I'm going to get for them. Yeah. This is not for me. I'm an adult gamer, and no, it's not a day one. It's a Christmas gift or a birthday gift.
As I said, me and my personality, I probably will get it day one, but I'm not very excited about it. So if I don't get it, it depends on how I feel that morning, right? Yeah. If I wake up pissed off, like the day that the pre-orders go live, I'll just say fuck it and I'll just wait. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If not, there we go. So I mean, here's another game I'm excited for.
Okay, this one's exciting.
Yeah.
But and this is the only game that's going to have a Switch 1 and a Switch 2 game release. So now
So
I'm
they
just
got the
gonna have to
mouse
wait.
controls with this here. Do you think Call of Duty could do that with the mouse controls? If they brought
Probably.
a Call of Duty?
You need a
might be.
keyboard though.
Yeah,
No, but they. Well, yeah. I mean, maybe. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no USB port on the USB port's only on the screen itself. It's not on the base. I heard someone complain about that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wait, what are you talking
So-
about? The
There's no USB port on the base.
You need either like a Bluetooth or a long keyboard cord.
for what?
For a to add a keyboard, or I guess you could plug it in the top of the thing.
Oh,
You were talking about adding a keyboard so you can do keyboard and mouse.
I don't know if it'll have a keyboard edition, but I mean, if they come out with a Call of Duty for the Switch, I could see them having mouse support.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think you could do the mouse support. I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
just like how that guy was in that trailer, how he was shooting
Yeah.
using the Samus.
James, what was the question again about?
Day one, you think? Is day one for you?
No, definitely not day one. The positives about this, well, there's nothing really exciting for me about this system. I could wait on it probably 2-3 years, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
That's when
Up
the good
until-
stuff really happens for systems, in my opinion.
Up until what we've seen on the show so far. Oh boy, here we go. This is what I've been waiting for all day.
Yeah.
Paracollegiate goddamn fucking basketball. This is gonna make me want to buy a fucking Switch 2? Are you fucking kidding me?
This
This
is
is
Murder
crazy.
ball, man.
This
This
is
is a
where I
Mac
fell.
game.
This is where I
But-
fell off of the fucking direct, and I said, "Fuck this system. I don't want to buy this shit. I'm not just gonna sit there and jerk my fucking little hands off like this with a fucking mouse." I was so mad. I almost crashed the car when I was fucking driving. When I was
I almost
watching this
crashed
shit.
the
Well,
almost crashed the
Jesus
car
fucking
because
Christ.
you're watching videos on the while you're driving.
Well, another thing too, James, is that they missed the opportunity to pump up Metroid Prime 4 because we got a
Yeah.
physical for the first one. We're 2 and 3. We want to lead up
they
to
need
4.
remaster
And-
or something. Yeah.
And it's 2 months until the system comes out, and the game comes out in September. So they need to get those Metroid Prime games out there, man, because it's gonna be weird playing Metroid Prime 1 and then going to 4. Like people are gonna say, "Where's 2 and 3 at? Why isn't this
Right,
physical
yeah.
out?" So
Yep.
that's another thing that they missed the opportunity on.
Unless what I can see them doing is because obviously they're banking on, and they'll show it later here, but they're banking on obviously people getting that Nintendo. What's their online service, online expansion pack, all that stuff.
Right.
That's another thing.
Why is this
The
handle so
GameCube,
small? That's crazy.
yeah,
But
the
anyways,
GameCube service is going to be added to that. I
yeah,
believe.
so I could see them putting that in the GameCube service and making people obviously subscribe to that versus making a physical or digital game for it.
I mean, if you're already subscribed, you're gonna get it. But
Yeah.
It's not
only
day one
it's,
for
it's,
just-
it's only going to be available on the Switch 2 though.
Yeah, yeah.
Day
How are
one,
you guys feeling about
day
Elden
one,
Ring
it's
on the
year
Switch?
two.
It looks like complete ass. It doesn't look good.
It does, man. It looks so choppy. Like,
I don't even think that. Yeah, that's not even like how it's running. Like, yeah, it doesn't look good at all, man.
You got to keep in mind with any major franchise, with any on any modern Nintendo console, there's always a Nintendo version. You know what I mean?
yeah.
There's always a dumbed down.
Well, I was going to
version for
ask:
the
is this Elden Tree? Because I mean, it has a different title underneath it, or is this like some sort of expansion or side story? Tarnished edition.
It's the tarnished edition for Nintendo Switch 2.
So is
there
it
you go.
is it or is it a standalone game?
No, it's going to be its own thing, I believe.
It's not Elden Ring. It's going to be.
It's Elden Ring, but the Nintendo version. That's all. That's
They're
what I'm
just
saying.
calling it the trash edition.
the trash.
Calling it the trash. They just said, all right, it was the trash edition.
right, so
Hades too. Like, I feel like this is coming on other systems, so I don't mind this.
Isn't it already on the PlayStation 5? Don't I already own it?
Not the second one. The second one's not out yet.
I thought it was out already. I was bitching about it before.
I don't.
I
think
thought
it
that
is
came
anymore.
out like a year ago.
Hades 2.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Why would they choose a fighting game out of all games from Capcom? They could have chose like something that They could have
Yeah.
put a Resident Evil title on here, like one is already out at least.
Yeah, Capcom. Yep.
Yeah, man. I just I don't know.
Actually, yeah, they should have. Yeah, they should do a Resident Evil. When's the last time Resident Evil was on Nintendo? The Wii U?
I think on that collection for Switch.
No, they did Switch. Yeah, they did.
They had that DLC code for one of the games, which was lame.
Yeah, that's right.
They just showed Street Fighter 6. I wonder if it's going to be crossplay with the other, with the PS5, Xbox. And,
I doubt it.
Yeah. You don't think so?
No, it's just too much for the system.
They would have said it.
They don't want to mention anything with any other system on crossplay with other systems. Like they just want it to be all Switch and everything. It's a possibility, but I doubt it.
And I just double checked about Hades too. Yeah, no, it hasn't been released. I was bitching about nothing. So, but that's what gamers do. We bitch about nothing. So, see, I'm getting fired up now. This is where I got fired up, man. I got fired up. I was yelling, screaming.
I wish I could have been a fly on the wall in your car when you got mad at paraplegic basketball. I don't know. I would watch if that was a real sport. I would watch it. I'm not a sports guy.
Nah, they got a doc called Murder Ball. It's about that stuff. That's a legit
Murder
sport,
Ball.
Though.
I gotta look into this.
So this game looks pretty cool.
I didn't see any horny boy games on the direct.
So was this game Arsenal? This game looks pretty cool, but is it also going to be on PS5?
It looks like Vanquished. You guys remember that game for PS3?
Vanquished, yeah. It does look pretty dope.
It didn't say it.
It's Ex Machina?
Oh no, that's what it is. Yeah, okay. So
Ex Machina.
All right. So that'll just be a Switch game then, right?
I'm surprised about Cyberpunk.
Yeah. And Split Fiction, man, like I don't know. I like it, but I don't think it's not a Switch game. I think it's Xbox and PS5 for me.
I just finished Split Fiction this week. It was a fantastic game, great game. Definitely recommend this game. But I'm not. Why am I going to buy it again for the Switch 2? Why are they showing me a game that's like a couple months old already?
Well, some people are one console peoples, and
those people.
These are the games they missed out on.
Those people are not good people. So let me tell you about that.
I'm one of those people, Sean.
So you got Madden and FC Soccer, FIFA coming.
With sports games, you're gonna want the cuttingest edge. You know what I mean? You're gonna want the people in the crowds to look as realistic as possible. You're gonna want an actual, like you're watching a sports game on TV. They're a little late, and those aren't the kind of games for. It's not a Switch game. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. When I think of Switch games, I think of little quirky, quirky cartoony Mario games, little kids games. I'm sorry to say it, but Tony Hawk. But I don't know. They're a little. I don't think they even should have even bothered putting in sports games on this, because that's a game people are going to want to play at the top tier of Jesus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This whole direct. This whole direct was like just filler.
Yeah, no killer at all.
What's this?
Yeah.
2 to 6
Tony Hawk
battery life spec.
Oh yeah. So what's up with the battery life? I didn't hear anything about that on the system.
I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear about that either. Yeah.
That's a good question.
2 to 6 hour? What?
That's insane.
What Reddit forum did you hear that rumor on? No.
I mean, if you guys get this system, would you play it mostly on the go, or would you play it docked?
I typically play docked.
Yeah, for me, yeah.
I always play it like on the go, but I would think if I had this system, it would be docked at all times.
Right.
You're a mover and a shaker, though. You're flying all over the country and going to conventions. I mean, there's something like this is for someone.
Well, I had a scare at the Torque show, and it was the same time that weekend we did our podcast. I thought I left my Switch at home, but I actually lost it in my hotel room, and I almost got to the airport without it. I actually left my phone in the hotel room, and I went back and said, "Hey, you guys go grab my phone out of the room?" And when I got to the desk, they said, "Oh yeah, we didn't find your phone. We found this, my Nintendo Switch, which I had no idea I left in the hotel." So that was a big scare. So it kind of stopped me from taking that stuff out to conventions and everything.
I'm hyped about this though. This 007. I'm a huge 007 fan.
Oh, that'll be cool. Neil said he saw it in the press release.
Oh wow, okay.
Okay.
2 to 6. That's fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
How do you feel about Bravely Default, James, being re-released for a third time?
Man, I'll say that. I guess I guess you want to say the good thing about it. It's only, I think the game's only like $40, but still,
Yeah.
yeah, they gotta stop.
Yeah, but this is also one of the games that has the banner on it.
See, making me watch this now is making me want to sell my copy because I really didn't care for the game that much and it didn't pull me in. So I think I'm going to actually sell my copy now.
Right.
So yeah, thanks Nintendo for showing this re-release.
Square Enix
Launch day. Wow.
Did they change the name again? It wasn't called Flying Fairy, was it?
Fairy?
No, it wasn't. I guess that's some kind of expansion they added to it, or maybe they just wanted to sound different. Who knows?
No, they're just trying to make everything sound confusing. Yakuza 0 director's cut. I mean, I don't need.
This is what I mean. So, in me right now, I think having realism-ish games I like more than these kind of these kiddie games. So like I like Nintendo going with the M-rated games, the Yakuza, the Hitman, stuff like that. But it's just not the power is not up to par. Like I'd rather just play it on another system because it's gonna look way better.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. And if they came out with a Switch only Yakuza game, that would be cool.
Right.
But they're rehashing old shit, over and over.
What they're doing.
Like Nintendo, bring back what was it? Eternal Darkness? Wasn't that rated R or rated R? Wasn't it rated M? Eternal Darkness? Like
yeah, it was M. Yeah, oh heck yeah, it was.
They're not doing stuff like that. Like do stuff like that. Like I mean, cool. Mario's cool. Luigi's cool. Kirby, but I don't know. They just need to do some other stuff.
Steve does make a good point. 2.5 to 6 hours is a bit broad, but
yeah. That is true.
I guess if we got the screen all lit up, who knows?
Nintendo is excited to be able to finally run all these games that have sold well on other consoles, and so they're going they finally got a console that can do it. So they're gonna be reaching back, and they're gonna be dropping a lot of the stuff we've already seen on other consoles. For those people who are Switch people.
This game I'm stoked about. This was game number 2 that I was stoked about.
This Hyrule.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the last one. The story was great. So I completed that game.
They play like Dynasty Warrior games, right?
Yeah. But like they're really fun, man. And like I said, they are part of the canon of the story.
Really? Okay.
Yes, cool. Yeah. So this one takes place before Breath of the Wild and all that. She goes back in time. Yeah, it's a cool like time traveling type thing.
Is
Nintendo struggling creativity? I mean, I guess. Yeah, I mean, one could say. Because they're really just leaning on. I mean, I guess you could say that with almost every one of these big companies, but they're really just leaning on the Marios, the Donkey Kongs, the Zelda.
Well, I mean, which they've always done, but they're just rehashing the same game.
Yeah.
We need a new Odyssey 2. That's what we need.
As someone who was on the fence about picking up a Steam Deck, this really just helped me make up my mind. I can pay $450 and have access to an entire library.
Yeah, Steam Deck will be
$500, and have to buy every other game all over again. Yeah, so
right.
Yeah. Steam Deck is like more of a purchase than the Switch 2, especially with its library and the sales they have.
Oh, speaking of PlayStation of innovations, they're coming out with a Nintendo GameCube Classics library.
So far in this library, they got F-Zero, Soul Calibur 2, and one other game, which is this game, Wind Waker. Yep. Wind Waker is a cool Zelda game. I mean, I didn't like the look of it, but the whole part with the Hyrule Castle being underwater, that was pretty badass. That was a pretty epic scene. But I think they're off to a good start with the GameCube stuff.
Yeah, I think people have been wanting this for a while. So I mean, I can see this to be like at this point. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm down with the GameCube. Especially since some of that stuff's getting expensive. But they show some titles coming up. You know, like
it's gonna drop all the prices of my games. God damn it!
What's that, Chibi Robo or something like that? What's that?
Chibi Robo, yeah.
Yeah, like that's an expensive game. They show that's coming on here. So I mean, this alone might just bring people to the Switch 2 because it's not going to be on the Switch 1.
Yeah.
Since there's a limited backwards compatibility, do you think the market value of some of these Switch titles that are backwards compatible with the Switch 2 will it increase their prices or make it more desirable? You think?
Well, it depends on if they fix the bugs. You know, initially when we first heard that it would be backwards compatible with most titles, everybody just assumed they were talking about Labo, because the VR headset is different size than you can't physically put it into it, right? But like I said, after seeing that list today, there was a lot of games. So depends on if they fix the bugs or not. You know, I don't see why they couldn't fix them. That's a lot of work.
The GameCube controller is gold. I've never
Agreed.
been a fan of this. You like it?
I mean, it's better than the N64 one.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well,
that's a classic controller to play with for if you play Smash Bros.
Mm-hmm.
I got my
What
Wave
up,
Bird. What up,
What's up,
Steve? I'm a Wave Bird kind of guy.
Yeah, the Wave Bird.
Little Wave Bird,
yeah. I'm just looking here.
And that fucking F-Zero game, let me tell you, it's like the bane of my existence. I can't even get out of fucking training mode, let alone play the game. I can never qualify.
I didn't know they had a Sega Genesis online on the Nintendo eShop. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you can get a Genesis controller from the Nintendo store.
Okay, wow. Cool,
yeah.
Cool.
Now I'm not familiar with this game here. I don't know what this was.
Yeah,
it looks good though.
No, it says what game it is. It's part of Undertale. Okay. It's a side story, so I guess it's a sequel.
Deltarune.
Yeah. So here we are with all the pussy little cozy games. Yeah. Okay.
Nah, see, I check this one out. I'm down with this one.
No, this one's actually pretty cool. Is it a sequel or just a remake of the?
It's not a remake. It says it's like a parallel storyline.
Okay.
That's what it says.
And they got
a totally new game.
Extra chapters 3 and 4 on here.
See, they kept saying like all these launch day. Like, is it gonna be all gonna be physical launch day, or are these all gonna be mostly gonna be digital launch day?
Yeah, that's another thing too.
I'm sure they'll be physical, but I mean, again, that game, Borderlands 4, they're all going to be released on the other consoles too.
Yeah.
So,
and on the other consoles,
stuff like that. Stuff like that. I don't want to see this. I'm not excited for this. This isn't getting me to want to buy a Switch.
Yeah, rightfully so. Yeah.
I'm not buying a Switch to play Borderlands 4. I'm not buying it to play Civilization. I mean, why?
Hey man, you can use the mouse function.
Why are you showing? Why are you putting me through this horror? I mean, Jesus. And then, dude, I don't know what happened to you, but the stream crashed in the middle of it, and I had to wait 3 hours for them to put it back up so I could watch it. I was so mad at Nintendo all
you
goddamn
two fell
day.
asleep, man. That's what I said.
I tried to watch it again because I watched it at work, with the subtitles on, and I tried to watch it again when I got home, but I fell asleep.
Oh.
Yeah. But I'm fucking sick.
More non-exciting games to get excited, you know. Cool. Jesus Christ.
Not excited, man.
I was hoping somebody would have something good, nice to say about.
Even I can't. I unfortunately, I'm not even able to be the middle guy here on the system. It's just not really worth purchasing. I even on my video I posted earlier today, I could wait on this system for probably 2-3 years, and we got so many like good systems out there, like the PS5. Even people still collecting for PS4. There's so many good games that we're still getting on those systems. Nintendo dropped the ball with having something unique that would pull people in. But
it almost seems like the PS5 is finally starting to hit its stride with finally getting like releases. Right?
Well, and that's the thing, Sean. Like that's how it is for a lot of systems. Like they don't hit their stride until like the third or fourth year.
Right,
you know,
right.
like halfway through the alleged life cycle.
Yep. So yeah, all right. Enter the Gungeon 2.
Oh, ooh.
Cool.
Wait, didn't
I never
come out
even
with
played
that?
the first one.
Oh, Enter the Gun. It's one of my go-to games. I love that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, but it'll be released.
Oh, this does look dope though. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there some positive words from the. we should just clip together the positive stuff and make it, and it'll be a short
10-second video,
30-second long short.
Yeah.
Seconds shit.
Oh
man.
What was this again? I think by this time I was like, I'm done. You know, like
Oh, you hadn't wrapped your car around a tree at this point.
I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, so next time I see someone in traffic and they're driving erratically, I'll just imagine they're watching the Switch 2 Direct.
Wow.
I watch TV all day, man. Got my YouTube on.
That's nuts.
What would this have to do to make you buy this day one?
I mean,
the price.
Probably
okay.
For me.
Yeah, as of now, after our complaints, for me it would be just the price. They have to drop the price for me.
Yeah,
I think for me it would be as simple as a new Mario game, like a Mario Odyssey 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have a new Mario game for this at launch. I mean, that would be that's
a big
console seller.
Final Fantasy Remake is being put on the system. You know, that game is 5 years old now.
Yeah.
Great game, you know, and I don't really care about playing it portable, but still, you know what I mean? It's just like they keep rehashing this older stuff, and it's just like,
exactly.
Well, it goes back to what I said earlier. They finally got a console that can run the shit that did well on other consoles. So they're playing catch up, and they're gonna fucking all the shit that did well everywhere else are just gonna fucking.
You know, that's the feeling I'm getting of the Switch 2 right there. I just thought about it. I feel like it's all sloppy seconds.
Yeah.
The Switch 1 had hope. Like it had and it worked really well. Oh, look, finally they're showing Silksong. Wow. That's like I missed that. I must have been screaming at somebody. So wait.
Yeah.
So wait, the game that people have been like wanting to see for like 4 years, they only showed 2 seconds of it.
Yeah.
Wild Hearts on it. That looked like Monster Hunter to me.
Yeah. Oh, look, the Witch game.
Heckin', is this a day one purchase for you?
It sounds like it might be for Heckin'.
Yeah.
That Marvel game is pretty good though.
Yeah.
No, that Marvel game looks legit. Yeah.
That Star Wars game is complete trash.
I heard the Star Wars game is not bad now.
No, dude. It's everything's trash about it. Everything.
Fast Fusion. Okay.
Oh, you can't give us a new F-Zero, but this game I'm excited about.
Tetris game.
No, that's the Pac-Man game.
Oh,
Devil Summoner.
You got Devil Summoner.
Buy the new
Little Nightmares 2. It's Reanimal. That game is going to be insanely good.
What is that? Yeah, that look crazy.
That look cool.
It's from the creators of Little Nightmares. It's the same type of game, but it's darker, dude. Like it's way darker than those games, so it's pretty twisted.
I need that to come to PS5.
Yeah, thankfully it is.
Okay. They're really laying into like this mouse shit. I see a lot of hands on the fucking screens. All right. A whole bunch of stuff that'll go to other consoles. Okay.
This guy's coat is too big for him, and it's been bothering him.
I was thinking the same thing, dude. Like, what the heck?
Looks
I kept saying,
looks like
I kept
talking heads, dude.
I kept saying, is this guy a doctor?
So I was when this came out. I think it shows like from Soft. I'm like, okay. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this being a Switch exclusive, but I don't. I wonder if it's going to be a Switch exclusive for ever, or is it just going to be for limited?
It'll probably be. It'll probably be for a year. Like I'd say a year.
It'll get the Resident Evil 4 treatment.
Yeah.
The Mario game will come around the holiday season. Yeah, because we did talk about their
I
strategy.
hope so, Steve.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, eventually a Mario game's going to come out. But
so this is Bloodborne 2. Is that what we're looking at? Is this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dust Blood or whatever the hell they said. It's called.
So far, it looks like
no way.
So far, it looks like the funnest game of all time.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
I was like, perfect, Will.
No, so this would be game number 3 that got me excited for the console.
Yeah, so is this guy a vampire or something? Because
yeah,
doesn't like bite someone's neck here in a little bit?
Yeah, so I'm biting necks.
Vampires
so the
are
yeah, they're pretty horny. But thing about this game is I'll get really excited for it. I'll play the first 10 minutes and realize that I suck at it, and I'll fucking turn it off and never go back to it. It'd be like Liza P or something like that, where it looks awesome. I want to play it, but I'm really bad at it.
I think I read something about this. I think this is an online like multiplayer game, maybe.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, I heard it was a PvP.
Something like what is it? What'd you say?
PvP, player versus player.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm out then. I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, it's not Call of Duty, so I'm out.
You got a fucking Toad with.
No, I just want a nice. I just want a nice fucking story mode, man. Just give me a story.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a story mode, but I'm not seeing how this is PvP.
Yeah, looks like a fucking story mode game.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. Steve talked about the upgrades. You know, I don't hear the same complaints people were saying. I mean, how PlayStation was charging $10 for the upgrades. So I'm curious of what Nintendo's going to charge.
It's because they kind of did it steadily. Like it was like free upgrade for a long time. And then when they kind of snuck it in, like with some of their high title games like Horizon.
Right.
Yeah.
At some point they gotta encourage you to buy the PS5 game and leave the PS4 games alone. So I mean,
did I make it up in my head, or didn't they say it was $10 in the direct when they were talking about the Zelda game?
I think people were assuming it's going to be $10 for an upgrade.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think I did read somewhere that if you have the a Nintendo Online Plus expansion packet, I think the upgrades are free.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So someone explained to me. We got Sean Schemmel, DJ Academics, Theoretical One, and David Jaffe.
Everyone always calls me David Jaffe
What's
for
up,
something. When I don't shave, I'm David Jaffe.
That's hilarious.
David Byrne. That's the guy from the fucking Talking Heads. With the giant ass jacket. Same as it ever was. There we go. There's the bow I've been waiting for all night.
You can fast forward through this, James. We don't have to watch this fucking weirdo.
Yeah, it's about. Oh, it's
almost at the end, anyways.
Yeah. All right. Not excited about this. Don't care.
Because we played it already. You know, like man, it's been out for like 3 years, right?
What?
Maybe even more.
No, this is a new air ride.
Oh, this is Air Ride. I thought it was that Kirby Forgotten Worlds they were releasing.
No, this is Air Riders. But I'm like, all right, but it's.
But who's gonna play that over the Mario game?
They got a couple of racing games coming out.
The timing is weird.
Yeah, very weird. Like really?
Like, and why put it at the end?
To keep you hooked, to keep us hooked, like to keep us excited.
I think this is next year. They said next year though, or this year?
Yeah, it would benefit from next year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, after watching that, no Switch day ones here. Will as a gift, me as probably as a gift, or wait 3-4 years for it. I got my regular Switch.
I'll be a hesitating day one, just because.
Sean buying it day one. He going to pull a trigger.
Sean's gonna buy day one. He's gonna cave, but that's all good. He'll be able to tell us all about it.
It depends. It depends on my mood. I have a feeling.
I'm with you, Sean. I'm the same way.
I have a feeling they're going to be like available. I don't think it's going to be like
sold out. No,
I don't think so.
Nah, nowhere on the level as the regular Switch one. How that sold.
Unless they do that whole supply and demand kind of thing.
Which they said
people think they're gonna. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What game was this again?
It's that new Donkey Kong.
All right, so yeah,
this game legit.
No, this game I'm excited about. Yeah. But from what I could see, the first impression I got when I just saw like the beginning.
I hate how he looks.
Well, no,
what the heck? Listen.
I don't like the new Donkey Kong look.
No, right here, like all this is. I said this is Mario Odyssey reskinned, and I was like, this is so lazy. That's just the impression I got. You know what I mean? I just got the impression of they remade Mario Odyssey with Donkey Kong, which I guess is cool. But
yeah, I can see that. I can see where you get that from. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I'm excited to play it. So here's your Mario game. Here's your Mario Odyssey game. Mario.
This looks legit. This looks good.
We reported months ago.
$80 legit.
They changed.
No,
Reggie, this game is actually cheaper. This is the cheapest game. This is like what, $50?
No, okay, 70.
Gosh, that price tag.
I don't know. That's one thing I don't feel like Nintendo. There's no Nintendo game that I could pay nowadays 70, 80.
That kind of price for it's insane.
Yeah.
But that's probably their way of kind of like phasing out like physical. Oh, people don't want to pay this price, but we're not going to make it anymore. Yeah. They probably say something like that later on. It's like, oh man, there's no winning.
Oh, they're 100% making a Donkey Kong movie for sure.
Of course. Oh yeah, and Donkey Kong looks like shit too. So
Donkey Kong Bonanza. My favorite Donkey Kong game will always be Donkey Kong Country 2. I think that game is freaking like just the best.
OG Donkey Kong arcade.
Mine's Donkey Kong 3 with Stanley. They should bring Stanley back.
3 is good, man. I'm not gonna lie. I like 3 a lot as well.
They got to bring Stanley back. The fucking bug thing.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess it's the last game.
Yeah, it feels weird watching it without sound. I feel like I'm perving in on somebody's window.
Undress yourself.
I'll be able to do that with that fucking Nintendo camera. Let me tell you.
Yeah, there you go,
man. The things I did on
hacking in your camera.
I wonder if it like only recognizes faces. That's some like AI technology.
That would be a smart thing to do. It's automatically, you get the Japanese porn pixelation whenever a cock comes on the screen. But then again, we all had cameras. We've had cameras since the PS3, and
yeah. So that's that. So
that's it.
Final thoughts? Well, I think we already.
Yeah, we are. Final thoughts. Only one person's going to get it day one, and you guys watching, you already know who that's possibly going to be.
Maybe. We'll see. I mean, I'm only excited for, and I'm really not even that excited over it, all right? Mario Kart, because I know what I'm getting myself into, so I'm not,
right.
I don't need to run out and buy it right away. That fucking Bloodborne game, but if it is PvP, like fuck it, I don't give a shit about it. Donkey Kong, and then there was like one more. I forget which one it was. So I already forgot.
Did you say Bloodborne 2?
Yeah, I said that one, and then there was like one more. I forget what game it was. But whatever.
I'm looking forward to the day. I have to. No, I'm not looking forward to the day. I have to buy this as a gift. But
yeah,
when that day comes, I'll sit down and spend a couple hours with it. But I don't.
All in all, I think this was a horrible way to do the direct. I think it was the launch lineup is shit. Very lazy. It's exactly the way like gaming is these days. Everything is so fucking lazy. I'm getting really tired of it. I'm tired of remakes and remasters and re-releases. Having to, as a collector, you want to buy everything, but you obviously can't. It's really getting to the point now where I'm like, fuck it. I'm not going to go and buy a fourth fucking copy of Zelda because it's on the fucking console. You know what I mean? It's just it's beyond fucking asinine now. So it's just ridiculous. I'm the king of the double dippers, man. But ain't God
double dipping. Now, like I saw that GameStop was doing a trade in. So like if you had like an OLED Switch, they're giving you $175. If you have a OG Switch, it's $125, and then a light is $100.
Right.
So like I could trade in 3 Switches and then pay $50 for the thing. I don't know, like
but you know what?
If you have extras of that stuff,
if there's going to be backwards compatibility problems, I probably wouldn't trade your Switch in.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
True. Yeah, that's true.
Because
before the system's even out, man, they're already having trouble.
It sounds like it's going to be a buggy mess when this comes out. There's thousands of Switch games. There's no way they're going to get them all to work. If there's already a list a mile long of like games having problems. So,
but are they the good games that have problems, or the sucky games that no one's playing?
I mean, like, he didn't read off the whole list, but I was just looking. It was like Trover Saves the Universe isn't working right. Some of the archive games weren't working right.
Oh wow! Okay.
You'd have to check out his video. I think James, you shared a list in the chat, but it was all in Japanese.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was driving. I couldn't read Japanese and drive. So, but.
All right, guys. Well,
if you check out Mad Little Pixel's video from today, like he goes over that list. If anyone's interested in looking at that, so I'm sure it's online somewhere too. All right, Will. You
can can I shut it? Can I shut it?
One more thing.
Thank you for joining us for the Nintendo Switch Ain't Dead Direct. What was the reaction? Yeah, that's what this was.
You can't sign off yet, Jedi just super chatted.
Oh, what did he say? PlayStation Ain't Dead always keeps it real. All the other YouTubers liked the direct, but Sean said it sucked. And this podcast equals honesty and integrity. Oh my god!
Yeah. Thank you, Jedi.
That is quite a compliment. Thank you. Like I said at the top of the show, my birthday is tomorrow, so the PlayStation Ain't Dead podcast will not air at its regular time this weekend on Saturdays at 10 p.m. So we're going to be doing this, and then on Friday, my birthday is tomorrow, but on Friday we're doing the PlayStation Ain't Dead podcast. It's my girlfriend and mine. We share the same birthday, and we're doing a Black Ops birthday bash at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a little earlier for y'all. So come out and just listen to us talk shit while we shoot each other and
play Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
I'll be there.
Yeah. I'm coming. I had a birthday party this weekend for my daughter because it's also her birthday, and there's this kid that came over, he had fucking snot all over his face, and he got me sick. So I'm a little under the weather, but I'm not gonna have a drink until. But on the birthday party bash, yes, I'm going to be. Toss a few back.
You'll definitely catch us slipping and talking mad shit.
Heck and Steve will be there. Gore the Movie God will be there. Michael Pappas will be there. Sabertron, I don't know if he's going to join us. T Diddy, so he might be there. And a bunch of other friends. Terry from Wales will be there. Hopefully, Mike from Belgium will be there. Clayton,
Yeah.
But yeah, those are friends of ours.
And Reggie refuses to get COD. So
Reggie wouldn't come. Oh, Joe Rad is showing up, and so is Joe Rad is showing up, and so is Australia Andy.
I mean, you guys got to play a little bit of Chainsaw Massacre with me one of these days. And then,
the Chainsaw Massacre, the fucking it was given away on PlayStation Plus, so it's full of noobs, dude. Yeah. So I whenever you're ready to play that, just say the word. But
right on.
On that note, I guess we're gonna shut it down. Do we have a video? Yeah, I got a video, so we're gonna run this closer. From myself, from James, from Sean, and from Radical Reggie. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Teen pregnancy rates dropped to all-time low. Because now guys have something better to do. It's Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, available now.